So we're still in grade 12, mathematics paper 1, November 2024. So, however, for this video, we are doing question, where are we now? It's question 9, yeah. So we're doing functions, right? So you're gonna learn a lot how to like answer very critical questions about functions. But really, just to get a look at what we have here, able to find values that are decreasing, able to find x-intercept of a derivative, talk about concave, and able to find k in a situation like this. These are very advanced function questions. I'm gonna go deep into them, give you some notes, give you everything. So tune in. Let's go. Boom. So question 9 is very nice, right? What you need to know here is you are given this function, you're given every point, right? You're given that, let me use this column. So given this is the C here is basically 0 and 7, okay? And you're given A and you're given B. And then they say for which value of X is F decreasing? Okay, so they want to figure out which value of X is X decreasing. So if we look at between when X is less than 0, you see that it is definitely increasing. So it is increasing when X is less than 0. So when it's all the way up down here, makes sense? And then when X is between 0 and 1, what happens? When X is between 0 and 1, this is X equal to 1. It's also increasing, it's not decreasing. Okay, now let's look at when X is between 1 and 5.2. X equal to 5.2. What happened? This is decreasing. This is where it is decreasing. And up here, it is increasing. Make sense? So it is decreasing. It is decreasing when X is between 1 and 5/2. Or someone can just write it like this. X is between 1 and 5/2. Okay, so you see, it's decreasing when F is 1 and 5/2. And this is 2 marks, so you get a mark for a 1 and you get a mark for 5/2. So let me know if you got a like a question here, but this is very nice. This is how you would do it. And 9.2, write down the x-intercepts of f derivative. So the derivative of f. So we know that when you're talking about the derivative of f, we're talking about what? A turning point, right? That's the derivative of a function is a turning point. And where's the turning point? This is a turning point and this is the turning point. And what is the value of x at the turning point? X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 5/2. So yeah, so that's your answer. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 5/2. Those are the values of x when we're looking at the first derivative of f, right? Those are values of f. Okay, and then so just when they say x-intercept again, which when in this case is when the first derivative is equal to 0, and then the first derivative equal to 0, x is equal to, in this case, x is equal to 1, x equal to 1, or x equal to 5/2. I mean, look, we don't know what is f yet, but just from a graph, we can able to get these numbers. Okay, so yeah, make sense? I mean, if this doesn't make sense, I'm happy to just jump back with it to you and we talk about it. All right, I want us to like really understand these questions. But let's go to 9.3. For which values of x will f be concave up? Okay, so concave up, we're talking about something like this. This is concave up. Okay, this is concave up. But we need to figure out which point is that. So when you look at this point here, this is concave down. Okay, till somewhere here. Maybe till somewhere here. It's concave down. Make sense? However, concave up, I think this is concave down and it starts to be concave up. So I think from here, you can see that this is concave or maybe from here, essentially. Yeah, so from here, can safely say this is concave up. Make sense? So what is this value here? So to get this value here, the easy way to do it is to say, okay, cool, what is this value in between? Between 1 and 5/2. So what you do is you say, okay, cool, you got a what you're doing 9.3. Okay, so it's doing 9.3. So you say, okay, cool, you got 1 plus 5/2 and divide by 2. So that's what you would do, because we're trying to figure out what is this value here that is in between where we're starting a concave up. So you just say 1 plus this 5/2 divided by 2, and then you get that average. So just generally getting the average, and then you're gonna get your answer 7/4. So we are saying when x somewhere here, when x is equal to 7/4, so when x is greater than 7/4, that's when we experiencing concave up. That's when you're having concave up. Let me just, okay, hope this makes sense. I shouldn't double that. That's when you're having concave up. So we're having that when x is greater, right, greater than 7/4, then that's when you're having a concave up. Right, this is a very nice question. I love this question. So it's getting a 2 mark for this understanding. I love this type of questions. Let me know if you're enjoying this, and if you got questions as well, please let me know. I'm happy to look at it with you together. So let's go to 9.4. So determine the value of k for which y is equal to fx plus k will have 3 positive x-intercepts. So the value of k. So here, the value of k would have 3 positive intercepts. So this function here will have 3 positive intercepts if maybe essentially it is if it's somewhere, okay, if it's somewhere here, like if I do this, let me show you in pictures. So if I do this is a turning point. This is disturbing me. Let me just wrap this off, because I just want to deal with turning point and intercept. So let's say it goes, let me get a different color. Let me get red, like a black. So let's say it's between 10s here and comes here. So how many intercepts we have? 1, okay, and you have another one here, and you have another one here. Okay, so this is where it happens. Okay, so we don't know what is this value here that will give us that k. We don't know that value here that will give us that k, so we need to figure out that value here. So of course it is not 0. So remember this, this value here is 7. So if you say 7 minus 7, if you say 7 minus 7, let me put it this way. If you say our function is y is equal to f of x minus 7, this function would essentially go like this. We'll go 7. Okay, so this will be 0. There'll be 9 minus 7, that's 2. So 10 and 2, and then we 10 at 1. Jeez. Then we 10 some at 1. 10 some at 1 and go up like this. Okay, so this will be 0. This will be a 1, and 9 minus 7, that's 2. And this will be 5/2 and a 1. Make sense? So it's definitely not 0. So let's look at -1, right? So if you look at -1, so y of, let's look at different color. Y is equal to f of x. So we're saying, so it's -1, so it's gonna be minus 8. So you get a -1, right? because remember you have that 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8 is a negative 1, so let's go to minus 8. Okay, so that negative 1 there, if it's negative 1, you will gonna have it's not gonna touch 3 times, right? It's gonna touch 1 time, because if it's negative 1, that means you're going just 1 down. So this is gonna be 1 and the 1, and this is gonna be a 0, so it's gonna be 5/2 and the 1. So essentially this is gonna go like this. And how many does it touch? It touches 1 and 2. It touches twice. It doesn't touch 3 times. So it's clear that, let's look at 2. Maybe it's negative 2. So this is negative 1. Now let's look at a 2. Let me bring this color. Let's look at the negative 2. I mean, a negative 2, if it's negative 2, maybe it's negative 2. But let's look at it. So if it's negative 2, so you say 2 minus 2, so it's going to be here. Okay, so this is going to be a 1 and a 0. Do you say 1, right? 1 minus 2 is what? It's minus 1. Did we say this is minus 1? So it's going to be somewhere here. It's going to be 5/2 and minus 1. So essentially, a negative 2 will be definitely not the black one. So it'll go all up there. Go up here and turn up here and go up there. So you see, am I confusing things? No. I am. I mean, so 1 minus 2, sorry, 1 minus 2 is negative 1, right? Yeah, so it's gonna be up here, go down, and it's gonna go down here. So that's not right. Yeah, so it's gonna go down there. So this is a negative 2, this is a negative 1. So basically it's between negative 1 and negative 2, which is this one here is y is equal to f of x minus 9, right? Which is between negative 1 and negative 2. So for this to happen, your x should be between negative 8, rather negative 9 and negative 8. So your x should be between negative 9 and negative 8. I know this question is really confusing. If you are confused, just type I'm confused or just type confused, right? And I'll know that you are confused, and then I'll just do it again. It's a very important question. This is the question that makes students get 100%, others don't get 100%. So if you want to get 100%, just type confused. But if you really want to understand this mathematics, just say confused, and then I'll do it again for you. And then if you have more question that you want to do, interested to do more question, I want you to go to question 8. This is question 8. Take a screenshot of question 8, and this is what you're going to be doing. And essentially, we're going to have 2 videos. We're going to have 8.1 and 8.2 on one video, and you're going to have 8.3 on one video. So taking screenshots of this, we're going to have 2 consecutive videos next week on question 8. And please do them. And when you're done with them, come back into this video and tap done. If you have answers, just type the number 8.1.1 and tap the answer there, 8.1.2 and tap the answer, 8.2 tap your answers. For 8.3 as well, tap your answers. So let's engage, let's have this going on. And if you do this, this makes me realize that I got community with me that are willing to learn, and this is gonna encourage me to actually post more videos and because I know that you are here to the end of this video, and I know that you are engaged with me. Okay, so let's do this together. I'll see you in the next video. Boom.